Hey, racing fans, how you doing? Doug Henwood, the Number Cruncher, and I'm back again after a hiatus. Glad to be back, definitely. That was Walk a Mile in My Shoes by Joe South, a really great country rock hit from the 1970s. We're going to look today at the standardbreds, of course. Woodbine, Friday, July the 12th. As usual, I want to stress to you that happy to give selections out. You'll see something like this posted on my X channel on Friday. And in addition, I really feel it's important to share the rest of the story with you. And that's what this broadcast is all about. I totally believe in what the program has to say. Front half information, understanding middle move horses, and taking the closing quarter info on the program and making a couple of adjustments to sort of just weed out the closing quarters that really are not as impactful as you might think. Taking all that information and then tracking the closing or tracking the track bias on a daily basis. In fact, a race by race basis will position us to have a shot at doing as good as we possibly can handicapping. Because you know what? It's hard. On Tuesday night, I was very pleased again to represent Nahu on the Woodbine broadcast, and you know that it's a good representation. The first 5 races, I didn't have a whole lot of luck. I had one little small, low-priced winner, and then the back half of the card, I came up with 3 winners, including a nice 10-to-1 winner. Overall, just in the win category, made money. So a successful day, but race by race, we sure can't be expected to win them all. So let's win the ones that are going to pay a little bit. And just as important, in my opinion, is not just getting winners, but having those winners in our exotics and, you know, the pick 4s, pick 5s, and my favorites, the exactas and trifectas and superfectas. If you can pick the rest of those horses, then you know what, we can actually make some money. So let's not shy away from the longer shots. Favorites are going to win or be part of a lot of it quite often. But you never know. Race by race, you just can't tell. So let the program tell you what's going on and then make our best interpretation of that information and do good as we can do, and have fun with it. That's certainly what I enjoy doing. I'm back, and that's what I'm ready to do again. So let's dive into the card. Again, I'm going to give you front half, middle move, adjusted closing quarter information, and then I'll give you my selections for each race for Friday, July the 12th at Woodbine. So here we go. Race number 1, the front half speed is 9, 2, and then 5. Middle move horse is the 4. Adjusted closing quarter is 3, and then 9, and then a 3-way tie for third between 2, 4, and 5. Selections, to me, it's between the 3 and 9, and I'm going to go with Cold Snaps, the 3. This one's back and forth between Woodbine and the Meadowlands. The 2 Woodbine starts are 2 wins, nice closing efforts, and a 27-second closing quarter. That's the best in the field. So decent post, Bob McClure, 2 for 2 at Woodbine. Let's give the nod here to Cold Snaps. Obvious second choice is the 9, Private Access. Probably the classiest, or seemingly the classiest horse in this race. Ran in the Good Times final and ran well. Crushed a field down at Vernon Downs. So a very nice horse. So Private Access for second place. And the 2, Tactical Strike, as the third horse. We'll give Stubborn Chi the nod for 4th, although I'm definitely pretty pumped and confident about the top 3. Not so sure about that 4th position. So 3, 9, 2, 4 in the first race. Race number 2, front half speed 7, 2, and 8. No middle move horses. Adjusted closing quarter 4, 7, and 6. Selections. Going to give the nod in this 2-year-old race to the 7 horse, Go Blue. Not really speedy, any of these, but they're trotters, and getting away the best so far in these qualifiers has been Go Blue, the 7, so we'll give him the nod. Also has the second best closing quarter, so Go Blue on top. For second, the 4, Gucci Gucci Goo, and the 6 Sunday Shoes for third, and 2 Muskie Man for fourth. So 7-4-6-2 in race 2. Race number 3, front half speed, 9-2-8. Middle move horses, we have 2 of them, the 8 and then 1. For the adjusted closing quarter pieces, we're going to say 6, and then a tie with 4 and 7 for second. Selections, going to go with the 8, Blazing Bell. Just a little classier, ran in a lot of good races. This is a non-winners of 2. Already had a race at this level and ran along first and just got beat at the end, lost by 2 lengths. Running well and a speedy sort. Really, it figures in all my categories. The front half speed, it's a middle move type as well, and not far behind in terms of the adjusted closing quarter. So 8, Blazing Bell on top. For second, the 6, Aviana. 7, Gentrify for third, and 4, Defining the Moment for fourth position. This is a pretty nice little field, but that's the way we'll go. 8, 6, 7, 4 in race 3. Race 4, front half speed, 9, 8, 6. No middle move horses. Adjusted closing quarter, 4, and then 5, and then a tie for third with 1 and 8. We're going to go exactly that way with selections. Going to put the 4 on top, the Time Machine. If any of you have never seen it, the Time Machine was one heck of a good movie from back in the late 60s, I believe. Rod Taylor, I believe, starred in it. It's really fun. You should rent that one or check it online. Rent that one, I just said. That's funny. That goes back a ways. The Time Machine to win this one. Second, Alimony Mike for to take that second position. In fact, I think it's a 2-horse race, really. 8, Wearing the Green for third, and 1, Lexus Legacy for fourth. 4, 5, 8, and 1 in race number 4. We'll come back and give you a 20-cent pick 4 bet once we round out the 7th race. So race number 5 here, front half speed, 10, 8, and then 4, 6 tied for third. Middle move horses, it's 2 and then 3. Adjusted closing quarter, 7, and then 10 and 3. Selection-wise, absolutely love the 7 again. Powder play. I like this horse most weeks. And 26 and 2 is the best closing quarter in the race. And probably most significantly, dropping in class. Loses Jody and picks up Louis Philippe. So that's at least a sideways move. Probably maybe even a slight increase, although I love both those drivers. Powder play. Pretty solid pick in my opinion. For second, the improving Zeb's Breaking Dawn. And for third, right out of left field, Silent Crossing. 1 start at Woodbine. It was a mere 86-1 last time. Post 10 though, and finished a closing 7th, only beaten 4 lengths. So inside post today, same types. I think this horse could improve, get on the ticket, and at obviously a big price. So 2 for third, and 4, Watcher Do It for fourth. So in race number 5, it's 7, 3, 2, 4. Race 6, front half speed, 8, 3, 5. No middle move horses. Adjusted closing quarter, 2, and then 4 and 5 are tied for second. Selections, going to go with the 8. That's the speed horse. St. Mike's Carry Blues. Just solid and a little bit speedy. I think it'll get positioned even from post 8. What I like on this horse, where I think there's an advantage when we're playing these 2-year-olds, is this horse has had 2 actual starts. So that's a little advantage just in terms of experience. So St. Mike's Carry Blues on top. For second, 2, Pierre in Paris. And the 4, obviously, P.L. Spencer, possible favorite. That's my third pick. 2 and 4, both of those are looking pretty good coming off the 2 sets of qualifiers. And then Houston Sealster, the 5 for fourth. 8, 2, 4, 5 here in the 6th. Race number 7, front half speed. 3 and 9 are tied. And then 4 is the third pick. Middle move horse is the 1. And adjusted closing quarter is again the 1. And then 6 and 5. So we've got more 2-year-olds here. And again, program is telling us this, if you look right at the last race, it's a qualifier, but you know, the one picked up 6 lengths in the middle move part of the race and then drove on, continued to run well, and brought it home in 28-2. That's also the best closing quarter in the field. So even though that's a qualifier, that combination of middle move and closing quarter is deadly. I know, in addition, being part of the stable myself, that Anthony McDonald is very high on Century Legion. So one more reason, James McDonald as well, not bad. He's driving tonight. Lots of reasons to like Century Legion. He's my pick, number 1. For second, Hey Dad, the 6. 3, Tie Game for third. This one just went wire to wire last time, but won by 7 in the slop. Tough to know what that all means, but it's never a bad thing to be able to go in a qualifier and just go to the front and open up. And then the 5, Day, is the 4th pick. So 1, 6, 3, and 5 here in race number 7. So we'll circle back and have a look at that pick 4, the 20-cent variety. Here we go. It's 4 and 5 in the first, with 3, 7. With 2, 4, 8, and then finally 1, 3, and 6 in the last leg. That's only $7.20 for a 20-cent bet. Race number 8, front half speed, 3, and then 2 and 4 are tied for second. No middle move horses. Adjusted closing quarter, it's 1, and then 8, and then 6, 7 tied for third. Selection-wise, I'm going to go to the 1, Sorcha Sealster. This one's been a pretty good horse to date. Ran in some nice races, and again, this is easier for sure. Last time had post 10, so, and a little break in the middle of it all. If Sorcha Sealster behaves, I expect, and she has Bob McClure back on as well. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think we should see her very prominent, if not the winner of this particular race. For second, the 7, Coco Jojo. For third, the 3, Lightning Lizzie. And 6, Blinded by Delight, at least 4th. So those are all pretty good horses. 1, 7, 3, and 6 here in race number 8. Race 9, front half speed, 6, and then 4, and then 2 and 3 tied for third. No middle move horses. Adjusted closing quarter is 1, 7, and 6. Selection-wise, I'm going to go with the speed. Tells on a roll. Doesn't mean necessarily Tells on a Roll is going to lead today. It just tells me that to date, this horse gets to the front by the half in the best time of anyone here. So it's a nice horse with very manageable speed, can be close or right on the front end, and been just totally deadly. 11 for 12 in the money with 7 wins so far this year. Tells on a Roll on top for second. Prohibition Legal, the 7. The 1, Caviar and Crackers, just keeps improving and always with a big move on the end. Got the rail today. And for 4th, another one of my favorites, the 2 horse, Angostura Hanover. What a beautiful field in the filly and mares preferred. 6, 7, 1, 2 here in race 9. In the final, race 10, the Jackpot High 5, front half speed, 4, 5, and 8. Middle move horses, there are none. Adjusted closing quarter, we have a tie between the 4 and 5, and then 8 is the 3rd pick in that category. Selection-wise, I'm going to go a little bit off board and simply give the nod to the Dropper, a horse with a little bit of back class and shown some ability in the past. So we're going to grab the 2, Twin B Archie. I just think this is a very soft spot. 1 start since making the comeback this year, and it was pretty decent. Only lost by 4 3/4. 28-2 closing quarter. That fits really well with this group. For second, the 4, Angel of My Dreams. Last 2 starts are phenomenal, so definitely big factor. For third, the 5, Feel the Force. 8, Villefranche-Aez is the 4th pick, and finally ER Norma for 5th, and to round out that super high 5. So 2, 4, 5, 8, and 10 potentially for the Jackpot High 5 here in race number 10. Rolling back to the 7th, we'll give you the late pick 4, 20-cent variety, 1, 3, 6 with 1, 3, 7, with 1, 6, 7, and then finally only 2 and 4 in the last leg. That's $10.80. So guess what? I'm back. That's race card number 1 as I jump back into it and have some fun picking horses and just watching the great action at Woodbine, Mohawk Park, and the Standardbreds. A pleasure to be back. Talk to you soon all. Bye-bye.